Watch here, number 7, coming into your screen right.
Well, maybe there was somebody in front of him, Pete.
Somebody in front, yep.
But it's always nice to give Kane a little bit of airtime.
Great kid from Windsor, Ontario.
Yep.
All right, they're going for it. Why wouldn't you? You know, 3rd down and about 2.5. Here comes the blitz. Fakes the handoff. McCrae's going to run for it, and he's got it, Sean. First down, Gryphons.
Right into the eye of the tiger there,
wow.
Pete. There's no quit in this kid.
Look at the fake. This is what an option quarterback can do for you. Fake the handoff to Malloy, and then take on the linebacker and get that first down.
And Pete, Guelph is staying with the hot hand.
Yeah. There you go. Marshall McCrae, number 1. He's from Niagara
I think he's from Niagara Falls.
Yes, he is. Had a nice chat with his dad earlier, supporting the number 1 jersey. Here we go. McCrae bobbles the ball, fakes it, hands it, makes a Yankee miss. Oh, he put a move on Ify Onyeka.
Pete, you cannot tackle this kid one-on-one.
Oh, gosh.
And, I mean, he just beat one of the best. Onyeka is a premier player in the OUA.
And it looks like, nope, here comes McCrae.
I thought maybe a bit of a late hit over there. Come on, let's protect the quarterbacks.
Less than a minute to go, 15 seconds on the play clock. Less than a minute to go in the first quarter. 7-0 Ravens lead it. Peter Cobb along with Sean Moynihan, OUA, and Rogers TV. McCrae back to pass. Look, throws it into the slot. Citizen Cade Stevenson makes one guy miss. Makes 2 guys miss. And it's another Guelph Gryphon first down.
Citizen Kane, you have to love it, Pete.
Number 7.
Did not know if he'd be back this year. He's a true leader on this team.
Well, and he was a game-time decision today. We're glad he's in the lineup.
Pete, a nice tackle. Chris Topen again came up and made that tackle.
Last play of the first quarter here. Ball on the 23-yard line of the Ravens. McCrae back to pass. Oh, that's a boot in there. They fooled me. A boot going on deep. Got a man open, and it's off the fingertips.
Off the fingertips of Arsenault.
Oh,
William Arsenault.
Yeah.
Number 8, Tristan Booth's pass intended for number 5, Will Arsenault.
Oh, Arsenault, a second-year man from
Pete,
Calgary.
this just looked good from the get-go, and you can see the replay.
Look at
just
out of the reach. And he was open, Sean.
He was open by a mile. I like the play call, though, Pete.
Isn't that interesting, right? You run McCrae down, you give him a breather, you got a quarterback that can wing it, and as we said, it just missed.
You know, Pete, when we got a moment, I want to make sure we talk a little bit about Friends of Gryphon football. Just a tremendous group of former players, alumni, just fans.
That's Coach Bill Brown, is it not?
Bill Brown has a key role with this group. Stu Lang is the vice chair. Randy Dimitrov is the chair. They just provide such tremendous opportunities. They're a vehicle to support and really promote football here at the University of Guelph. In the last 5 years, they've likely done about $200,000 in scholarship money.
Remarkable.
Part of that is an endowment fund.
There's a shot of it right there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Kudos to the great
and
team.
These are all the hospital workers, I think, today.
Today they're hosting all types of hospital workers, and just a fantastic organization. And I know we talk a lot with Bill Brown, and he keeps us in tune with the group. And what a fine group. And
he has abundant energy, Coach Brown, I'll tell you.
For sure.
A wonderful man. And, the partnerships that the Gryphons have. You and I go out to the pop party. We have a Harvey's Hamburg, Sean, and I think you went back for seconds of Montana ribs.
Montana's ribs, that dry rub, Pete, illegal in some provinces in this country. It is incredible. Big shout out to Harvey's and Montana's. And here comes the Gryphons, Pete.
All right, Tristan Aboud still at quarterback now. He's back. He's looking. Throws it across. The ball is caught. And is it going to be enough for a first down? If not, it's going to be darn close.
It's going to be a hair short, Pete. And that's Vishon, I believe, that caught that ball.
That's good to get him involved.
Oh, for sure.
And here comes new Marshall back in.
Maybe.
Yeah. Genesis caught the ball.
Okay.
Good call. Yep. He's kind of holding that left wrist a bit. But you can't get him out of the lineup. Boy, is he a physical specimen.
Oh, for sure.
We talked to him. And
a polite young man who just loves this game. And he's getting a lot of isolation out on the far corner, Pete.
Look at this. Going to go wide to the left. Get outside. And, he gets dragged
That's
down
a
from
horse
behind.
tie.
We got a horse collar. Yeah. And let's see.
That's
horse collar, and that's going to be an automatic first down.
And a dangerous tackle, Pete.
It is.
But watch this, Pete. Oh, he gets outside. Look out.
Yeah. Lost his helmet there, too.
Is that a...
That's number 3, Schneider Cave.
Yeah, and is that a... Pete, I'm not sure that is a horse collar when you get the back of the jersey like that.
The back official, the head referee, made the call. And I don't see Coach Grant going crazy. So look where the ball is, Sean.
For sure.
First and goal. And have I formation.
This is Donovan Malloy time. Even though you do have Marshall McCray in there,
and
Pete.
The quarterback, yeah.
And
Malloy right behind him. It's the old handoff, and he's brought down almost immediately was Malloy.
Pete, I'll try to get that number. I think it's 91. What a fine play. Nathan Clark, a defensive lineman in his 4th year
from Kingsley, New Brunswick, Sean. Yeah, and now that's a loss of 2. Second and goal again. Marshall McCray surveys the situation. Got a receiver out here to the right. Got one to the left. Still the full house backfield. McCray keeps it himself and hurdles into the end zone for a touchdown. The first of many this year, I'll bet. Marshall McCray.
Peter, it's the Marshall McCray show.
Yeah.
No question about it.
Well, that was for his grandpa tuning us in. His dad, as I mentioned,
we get viewers from all over Canada. We've had viewers in South Korea.
Yeah.
We've never had one from upstate New York.
Yeah, I'm just checking to see if we... what does Miss Ginny say? Is she hearing us
She
loud and
hears
clear?
us now, so
beautiful.
I'm not sure how long she's been listening, but point is good.
It is good. And as my dad used to say, Mr. Moynihan, the folks are as good as the people. We're tied at 7.
And you know, Pete, maybe a little bit of a shaky start for Guelph. Bad snap, couple penalties, but my nerves.
Got a young lad running around the lap. Let's hope he has to do a lot of laps today. Zach. Good for you, Zach.
I think Zach is winded. Now he's doing the push-ups. Holy.
He must be a triathlete because I was tired when he was rounding the bend.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good to be back. We hope you're enjoying the broadcast. @Cobb_Peter is my Twitter handle. Send us a note. Let us know if you want us to give you a shout-out or where you're tuning in from. I got a few here, it looks like.
Beautiful.
Nick Oakley. Look at that. Love Nick. We got super fun happy slide. He said there's no audio, but there is now, so that's good. Thanks, gang. Here's the kickoff, and it's a squib line drive kick, bounced and picked up around the 10-yard line. Here come the Carleton Ravens, and bingo. And stopping in and around the 28-yard line. That was number 30, was it not, Sean?
Well, I think
Ethan
the original
Roca?
hit was 24, Pete. Nicholas Metron, a second-year kid.
Roca was the guy carrying the ball.
We've got
30.
it.
Yep, we got both ends covered.
Beautiful.
Here comes Tristan, Tristan Lefebvre.
Yeah.
He's 6. I love this. He's 6'1.5". They count the half inch in there. I like that. 4-year guy from Calgary, Alberta. Boy, they breed football players out in Calgary, don't they?
Boy, you want to believe Will Arsenault?
The whole province of Alberta. Tremendous athletes. All right, there's a fake handoff. Lefebvre's got time, throws it across, caught, and some running room, and being knocked out of bounds. Right down below is number 27, Kasim Ferdinand.
Slaughter knocked him out,
Yeah.
Pete, but again, that was a beautiful pass.
Well, he had time.
27, Ferdinand ran right by the linebacker. I think it was Farigo. And the great patience here by the quarterback finds him, as you can see.
Yeah, look at that.
He just
throws
saw
a
that
dart.
coming.
Back to pass again. I'm throwing that outlet pass and another dandy catch. This time to number 87,
Pete.
Tristan Reedy from Arnprior. And boy, Lefebvre is starting to heat up. 2 passes and they're at midfield. 7-7 score. 12:33 to go before halftime. We got a dandy here at Alumni Stadium.
Just all this time Lefebvre is getting.
Nope, there's the handoff and good defensive play there.
Pete,
I think that was 98. Curtis Woodmansey.
Woodmansey latched onto him.
He said, "You're not going anywhere," because Curtis Woodmansey, folks, is 6'3", and I'll bet he tips the scales about 270. 2nd and 8, and this is what Coach Barry wanted, 2nd and long. Let's see what happens. They got 4 down linemen in this. Lefebvre's going to try to take off and run, and he's brought down. What a defensive play by number 15.
Nathan Kashama Aguirre.
Yeah.
And we heard a lot about this kid today. We were
Special
told by
K.
a number of people, this kid is going to be special, and he's going to surprise you. His first big start, and what a big play, Pete.
Yeah, well, that's just a heck of a play. Love it. Nathan Kashama Aguirre. We hope we're doing that last name.
Well, they gave us a pronunciation.
Yeah.
We're going to meet him personally after the game.
Straighten us out.
Yep.
All right. Punting time for the Ravens. It's 3rd down and about 8. Clock kicks down. Punt. End over end. 1 bounce, 2 bounce, 3, 4, picked up. Guthrie breaks one left, tries to move. Oh, we got a flag on the play. Guthrie, Sean, is going to take it the distance. And he told us he was going to. Yeah. I think this is coming back. But let's see. Let's see. Looking to the referee. He's waving his arms.
Yeah,
it's a holding
this
call.
is a
Ouch.
classic call when he changes direction and
Yeah.
cuts back across the right. He has a blocker in a tough position that makes that hold when he turns around, or the block from behind.
Yeah,
and that's just a tough play.
Oh, but he showed that breakaway speed, did he not?
He's had 2 big returns today.
We do have an injured Gryphon getting back to their feet over there. That's Stam, number 29, Nathan Stam. 6'3", second-year kid from Guelph. And let's see where they're going to mark the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's 10 yards back from where the penalty occurred, Pete, so that is a killer.
Yeah. All right,
and
watch this. Watch this, folks. You're going to get a chance to see maybe the holding call.
Oh, maybe right there on 55. He did kind of grab him and throw him to the ground. That's big Jack Cobb, I believe.
That's my namesake. Anyhow, it was well away from the play, and then Guthrie, look at him find a seam, and then right here makes that, and goodbye.
Sadly called back, but
all right, 1st down.
Abood back in the game, Pete.
Ball on the 15-yard line of the Gryphons. He turns, fakes the handoff, got some time to pass. He's throwing it long and deep, got a number of guys out there. It's underthrown, but it caught? No, incomplete. Oh, I thought for a moment.
Pete Slaughter and Genesis were in the same area, and that really complicated everything.
Yeah. And boy, they were behind the defense, too.
It looked for a moment both were going to have a shot at it.
Yeah, incomplete. 2nd down and 10. Want to give a shout out to Jeremy Parkinson. We met him in person last year. He's tuning us in. He says, welcome back to us. We welcome Jeremy Parkinson back to our broadcast.
Big fans of Guelph football.
Oh, man. Love it. All right, 2nd down and long. 2nd and 10. Let's see if the Gryphons can get that first down and keep the drive going. They're getting lots of – that ball is overthrown through the hands there of Willem Arsenault. And,
Boy, again, Pete, Arsenault and Kane Stevenson in the same approximate area.
Yeah.
Just seemed to be a little confusion there.
Well, they're going to have to punt the ball from deep in their own zone and ask their defense to get the job done. You can see that number 27, who is, Kasim Ferdinand, they got him on the punt return.
He's magical, Pete. He is a tremendous player. Number 27 for Carleton.
Gardero, and he looks like he's going to take a knee. Probably not a bad idea. And give up the safety. And the ball will come back down. And the Ravens will take over and maintain a 2-point lead. 9-7. And we got 10:08 left here before halftime. A dandy day here in Guelph, Ontario.
You know, Pete, I wanted to mention, too, last year, just a superstar here in Guelph. Number 22, Devin Cromwell. Second team All-UA, just outstanding. Got invited and signed with Texas Tech University.
He's a Red Raider.
Congratulations to him. They play in the Big 12. I think Texas Tech was 6-6 last year, but we miss him. But we do wish Devin the very
could
best.
Be the next Tavius Robinson.
You
betcha. He's a Baltimore Raven. And there's the turn, the handoff, and brought down almost immediately. Number 46, Farigo.
Farigo's in the middle, Pete, of that linebacking crew. I'll tell you,
fifth-year kid from right here in Guelph.
Not afraid to stick his nose in anywhere. He may have led, I think, Guelph in tackles last year.
He did. And this is what Coach Berry, again, I stated it earlier, Sean, wanted second and long, and it's 2nd and 11. Little pressure now on Lefebvre after the Gryphons gave up the safety in favor of field position to defend. Here comes and we got a ball that's thrown out and caught. And that's going to be a first down.
Boy, Pete, number 85. Nice catch. Nice. That's Ben Huckabone.
From Pembroke, Ontario.
And I'll tell you,
the Pembroke Lumber Kings.
If you give Lefebvre time, he is just going to.
He'll pick
He's
you
a
apart.
surgeon. There's no other word for it. He is surgical.
All right, first down, the ball at their own 51-yard line. There's the handoff, trying to cut left, but brought down. Good defensive play there.
That might have been Farigo again.
In on the tackle. Minimal gain, let's say 2, maybe 2.5 yards. So again, 2nd and long. Lots of players coming in and out to keep that Gryphon defense fresh. Let's see if they come with a little bit of pressure here on Lefebvre. Lefebvre, a 4-year kid, so he's been there and seen it all. You talked about all the great quarterbacks in the OUA. This kid's one of them. All right, Lefebvre throws that quick out pattern and nothing doing. Great defense.
Braden McDougall, number 43.
Anthony Martuzzo was out there too, Mr. Moynihan.
I missed it. How could I miss that?
Number 2, the torpedo.
One of our favorite all-time.
Watch this, Sean. There's the initial hit. There's the second guy, and there he comes.
Matuga just came in late to say, hey, I'm back.
I love it. I got to get some contact. And now we're going to have him punt the ball away, just exactly what the doctor ordered, going for the
bad punt there, too,
that went
Pete.
off the side of the foot.
Up about the 35, I believe that went out. And even maybe even up to the 40.
Wow.
Big break for Guelph. In 3-down football, Pete, it's really all about turning the field over in that punting game.
Here comes Tristan Aboud back in the helm. First down, Gryphons at their own 40-yard line. Peter Cobb along with Sean Patrick Moynihan. Donovan Malloy is the lone setback, and number 87, Jason Zerby, is out here to the right.
A second-year kid.
There's the turn, the handoff, and a little bit of running room. And look at Malloy go, Sean. He's all the way to the 52-yard line of the Ravens.
And Pete, his acceleration once he finds that hole is unbelievable. We've seen it again.
What about the blocking at the point of attack? Watch this here. Look at you and I could have ran that, Sean.
Well,
what a great job by that O-line. That's true.
A nice tackle. 115. Zendru O'Dane Altidore made the saving tackle there.
All right, there's a fake hand. No, another handoff, and this time they were ready for Malloy. No gain on the play. Maybe a loss of one. Going to be 2nd and 11.
Interesting, Pete, with head coach Mark Surrey. He's also calling the plays, and he's the offensive coordinator. Interesting scenario.
Yeah, head coach and offensive coordinator. Coach Surrey. We got to figure out. He said, we'll call you. Can call me what you want. Just don't call me late for dinner, he said. Well, he's got to be pleased so far. Got to clean up a few things. Back to pass. Lots of time. There's a throw and wide open and a first down for these Gryphons. Number 81
is Thomas?
Jacob Thomas.
Yeah, Thomas. I love the way he followed that ball, Pete, into himself, made sure he had it. Again, great protection for Abood.
Look at this. All kinds of time. Yeah, Tomas with a good play, and he gets it all the way to the 37-yard line, and the Gryphons are marching. 4 receivers out here to the right. Closest is Rodukat scores from Okotoks. Breaking a tackle and getting away, throwing that ball, and caught by citizen Kane Stevenson for a first down.
Pete,
what a play by
Abood was caught, eluded the defensive rush, stepped up, find the 50-year man Kane Stevenson from Windsor, Ontario. He's caught here, he's caught there.
Boy, he looked like Patty Mahomes there. What a play by Abood. You gotta love this quarterback duo that these Gryphons have. They're both superstars.
For sure, and both bring a little bit different to the game, Pete, which makes it so exciting.
Right on. Well, we got an injured Carleton Raven down. We'll see if we can get that number to you, but I will say this. It's 9-7 for the Ravens. The Gryphons are marching. They have the ball on the 25-yard line, and there's 5:08 to go before halftime, Mr. Moynihan.
And Pete, I've just got a text, and I got to send a big shout-out. I know Jen's watching back in
Virginia
London.
Moynihan.
You betcha, she loves the game.
Yep.
And our good friends live near us, Val and Peter.
They're heavily involved with the Knights, are they not?
Well, no, that's another group.
Oh, okay.
But they love the Knights, and Val and Peter, big Michigan fans.
Oh, my.
And I say that because I will hear from it. Val was born in Georgia. And she is a bulldog.
I know. What's the dog's name?
Herschel. Absolutely.
You know what I thought was amazing, if I could interrupt here, because she talked about where she was from and that her dad went to Georgia Southern. And I said, that's in Statesboro, Georgia. She just about fell off her chair.
Well, Peter and Val, big football fans. They're coming up to a game this year. So I'm really excited to bring them. But thanks for listening. I think they're listening on Rogers TV.
All right. Well,
here we go, Pete.
Abood fakes the handoff, looking, got a man across the middle. Kane Stevenson! Touchdown, Sean! Citizen Kane Stevenson! Oh, what a beautiful play. Fake the handoff and Abood threw a dart.
Threaded beautifully between two. And you can really see this Guelph offense settling down. Has got some nerves out, it looks like, and have really settled. And let's take a look on the replay.
That is what's called a frozen rope, folks, between two defenders. The kid from Windsor, the 5th-year kid. He's an awesome citizen.
Awesome young man. Went to Herman High School in Windsor.
Gryphons. And that extra point is good. And with 4:44 to go, that's 14-9 now for your Guelph Gryphons. We have a media timeout.
You cannot overstress the importance of a week 1 win. You need 4-4 really to get into the playoffs in the OUA. And Guelph goes on the road the next 2 weeks in a row. And really need a victory at home there.
Yeah, what do they got? They got Laurier in 2 weeks, I know.
They have Laurier in 2 weeks, Toronto next week.
Okay. Boy, Laurier is going to be tough to handle. They are putting it together.
Well, Pete, this afternoon at 4, up in the Rose City in Windsor. Queens rolls into Windsor, and that'll be a heavyweight battle.
Look at that, Sean. You snap your fingers, and they deliver pizza and water right behind us, folks.
Fantastic.
The good people at Domino's. All right. Well, let's see if this Gryphon defense can continue to hem and keep Lefebvre and his offense at bay.
Pete, in this kicking game thus far, just a little chaotic. Last kickoff was really a worm burner.
Yeah.
And fortunately, great coverage, but
Canabrava is going to do the kicking off. That's Gabriel Canabrava, second-year kid from Toronto. Let's see if he back deep. Nope, we still have a little bit of a media break. We'll let the gal talk there.
Pete, while we're waiting, Pete, you mentioned Tavius Robinson, former Guelph Gryphon. During the pandemic, went to Old Miss, ended up playing great at Old Miss, drafted in the 4th round of the NFL, now with the Baltimore Ravens. Played in 13 games last year, 19 tackles, 2 for a loss, and of course had a big sack. The great Tavius Robinson, right here from beautiful downtown Guelph.
Well, you're going to get a chance to see Tavius Robinson because I believe the Baltimore Ravens open up on Thursday Night Football.
Okay.
Look at this race. My, look at the
I'm not sure what that's all
about. A chipmunk?
Or a squirrel?
A squirrel? I don't know, but it looks like the speed of the great Scott Frazier. And, you know, I understand that these guys are up here at halftime and they're going to take over our headsets because you know who else is with Scott Frazier? Two-hand tomahawk slam, Mr. Justin Slam Dunk. Here's the kickoff. It goes
it's a beauty.
The head, and that is going to be trouble through the end zone. Oh, Nelly, can you say rouge? What a kickoff.
I know, Pete. He got a really fortunate bounce, but I still got to believe Guelph wants that ball up in the air more.
I agree. That was not played very well. Anyhow, the Gryphons will take it. That gives them a 15-9 lead with 4:38 to go. There's the replay. Watch this. Coming in, and whoa, it's over his head. That ball traveled along with the distance about 80 yards, folks, because the end zone is 25 yards deep.
Pete, 4:36 left here.
Here goes Lefebvre. Let's see what he has up his sleeve. He's got 4 receivers out to the right. The lone setback. And trying to cut down and get that across, but the Gryphons are there, and not bad. Good play there by 91, Sean. Robert Keys Wilson.
That's Keys
Otherwise,
Wilson,
that was
Pete.
going to go.
And I believe they sent Ferrigo in from the left side that time. Unfortunately, the ball went right, but you can see maybe a little more of an aggressive push on Lefebvre now coming forward.
Well, Rinaldi made a real nice pinch block on Ferrigo. All right, back to pass, little outlet pass, looking to get that first down, missing and making a man miss is, Kareem Ferdinand. I'm going to tell you, Kasim Ferdinand, I should say, what a move he put. That allowed the first down all the way to the 50-yard line.
Pete, we heard.
Watch this, Sean. Watch this move.
He's had.
How do you do? Oh,
Lafaucade got beat. A little bit of a push from behind there, maybe.
Yeah.
On the second man coming in, but this kid is electric. 500 yards receiving last year and the year before.
Well, he's just consistently solid. Here is nothing doing. 12 Gryphon defense, 91 and 69.
Nicholas Parchinko with the wrap up.
And Robert Keys Wilson saying, how do you do?
And Pete, all of a sudden, really no luck running the ball from Carleton.
Second and long, just what Coach Barry ordered. And 3:10 to go. 15-9 is your your score. The Gryphons have the lead. Crowd getting into it, and a good crowd, Sean. The kids aren't even at school yet.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier. I don't know if we were on air then, Pete. There was a bit of an audio problem. No kids at Guelph yet, but big crowd here. Here we go, Pete. Big second
back
down.
To pass, looking. Throw that's overthrown and intercepted. And look out, Sean. There's a block, and making it down the sideline. He's going to go all the way for a touchdown. What a play! There are no flags.
Gianni Green.
Whoa, number 4. Gianni Green from Mississauga. Look out, Scout. What a turn of events.
And Pete, that was all about pressure on Lefebvre that time.
Yes, it was.
And I give Coach, our new defensive coordinator, a lot of credit. This last down, Matt put more pressure on the quarterback. Lefebvre rushed that throw, overthrew him, and Green has a
look at that. He's
blockade.
Got a convoy. And what, downfield blocking was exceptional, and no, flags, blocking behind the back. What a turn of events. 15, that makes it 21-9, a chance to make it 22-9 in the blink of an eye.
I'll tell you, Pete, it brought this capacity crowd to life here. And you got to love it, Pete. We see a lot of parents here wearing the jerseys. It's just special.
Really, and they recognize us, because they know we do the broadcast. There's a fake handoff, and Marshall McCray goes in for 2.
My nerves.
There's a new Marshall. Look at him getting it done. 23-9, Sean.
And Pete, Marshall's getting the ball, and
we got a player down too, Sean, in the end zone, holding that left knee. Let's see. Boy, the guy that's running laps, somebody get him some water. If he's got to do
he's
23 push-ups, he's
already on
trouble.
the hurt. You can see running laps here. Here's the play, Pete. Once again, Marshall.
Oh,
he took that guy head on at the goal line. But we do have another Gryphon down. We're trying to get a number.
You can see there, good shot. Great job by our camera folk, Director White. And at halftime, Sean, this listening audience is going to hear from the great Scott Fraser.
Scott Fraser.
Who at one time held the world chugging contest, I understand. I think it was water, though.
13, we had 2013. We
never forget
we just checked it. It was great. Now, but then it was free beer, we heard. So
I thought it was water.
God help
Scotty
us.
Fraser, he's the best, folks. You're going to hear him, and he does everything.
He does a lot of calls around here at the
University
University of Guelph.
Yeah, basketball,
we got to
hockey.
get down for a volleyball or basketball game,
man,
Pete.
we do. I love it.
Sneak into the booth.
The Frosty Mug. Yeah,
We've been to
got
the
to come
Frosty
back
Mug.
to that.
A fantastic hockey game here in Guelph down at the Sleeman Center. Pete, I'm trying to get a number, and I know, folks,
it's still walking over there. It's
we sort of
is the first number.
87, I believe. Then Pete.
All right, that's
Jackson Zerby.
Jackson Zerby.
Here's a kickoff, Pete, and a much better one.
Kickoff.
Hide right to the 3-yard line.
All right, here comes and brought down, and hardly any return there. Number 27.
27 made that play.
That's Sargent. He is a staff sergeant.
Sargent's been all over the field today, Pete. He is a dynamo.
First down for the Ravens. The ball at their own 20-yard line. And they have 2:30 to go. And let's see how they play this after the interception for a touchdown.
Pete, the last 2 drives, they've started off each drive by running the ball. And very unsuccessful. Let's see if Lefebvre goes right back to the air. That will be my guess. And considering there's no one behind him.
Kasim Ferdinand, he wants to get him loose in the open field, that's for sure. All right. New quarterback in, Sean. That's number 8, Elijah Barnes.
Holy.
The second-year guy, the left-hander from Ottawa, Ontario.
Pete snuck in. We didn't see that. Or let's face it, we didn't expect that.
I want to look down on the bench. I'm looking for Lefebvre. I don't know if he's hurt or a little bit of discussion there between the defense. I can't quite see. Oh, here he is. He's getting some, his right shoulder seems to be bothering him. Here he is, and running for his life, throwing that high out, and oh my! Almost
Slaughter
intercepted.
almost came through.
All right, it's third down, and the Gryphons, Sean, are going to get excellent field position.
And Pete, this has become kind of a new theme. Big pressure on the quarterback. I think that was Ferrigo, 46. Yeah, Ferrigo chasing him down, forced him to get rid of that ball.
Yeah, Lefebvre is being attended to. It looks like his right arm, and that might have been on the hit that caused that interception. Regardless, the Gryphons are going to have pretty good field position if they maintain control and no penalties.
Yeah, where do you see this, Pete? Is he underneath the booth down there?
He's moved.
Okay.
Here's the punt, and it's a beautiful spiral kick. Hustling after it and going off the foot and out of bounds of Anakin Guthrie.
Yeah, that's about the 37.
Yeah, not bad. There's lots of time. 1:59 to go. 23-9. The Gryphons have the lead, and the Carleton Ravens took advantage of some early sloppy play by the Gryphons, but boy, they seem to have put things in gear.
Guelph has composed themselves, Pete. They've had just better play. The thing that stands out for me is just a little more pressure on Lefebvre. When you give Lefebvre time, he is going to surgical take you apart. So, real big improvement from the defensive lineman in pressure. Here comes.
All right, and
here comes a
play.
boot.
And he is going to be snowed under for really no gain. That was, I think, Donovan Malloy.
Pete, I think that might have been Sargent.
Oh, okay, Sargent in there now, giving Malloy a breather. It's going to be second down and 10. Really no gain on the play. And this is a big spot for this Raven defense, too.
Gets the Ravens the ball back with a little over a minute to play.
If they can hold them here. There's 4 Gryphon receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Malloy, the lone setback. Got lots of time looking. And we do have a penalty. It's sidearm throw. Looks like it's going to be a holding call.
Pete, it's going to be, I believe, 67.
Yeah.
Thomas Barakis. He just basically tackled after a shot to the defensive lineman coming in.
Be interesting to see. Is they going to take the penalty or are they going to decline it?
Pete, with a minute and a half left, I'm assuming they're going to decline it and take the punt.
Here we go. Oh, hands to the face is declined. Yeah. All right, it's third down, and they will punt the ball away. I'll be interested to see whether Barnes returns as the quarterback or whether they did the magical medical work on Lefebvre and going to have him
back in the lineup.
We shall see. All right. Gardero standing back, ready to punt. Got it. Punt. Kind of an end over end. Didn't really get the way he wanted to. Oh, my. And there's a flag. Now, that, again, you think it's 15 because regardless.
I know one league went to it, the other did not. We're going to find out right now, Pete. But that's just a killer penalty, and
we'll see the hand signal.
We'll see here in the replay.
No yards, Guelph. Yep, first down, Ravens. And that is a kicker. It looks like we might have. Oh, and they were saying it was the kicker. You can hear that being yelled. Now there's lots of discussion. Well, if it's a kicker, there's no yards.
Absolutely.
Okay,
and
let's see.
The kicker on that
decline. It's first down. So
what
there
a
you
heads
go.
up.
Well
because
done.
all of a sudden someone shot the gap there, and in Canadian football, that kicker can recover the ball.
Yeah.
So it was really a genius play. And
1:17 to go, and Barnes is still in there, the left-hander from Ottawa, Ontario, and this is real storyline for these Ravens. Barnes hands it off, trying to get outside, doing so successfully and gaining about 5, maybe 6 yards. Takes it down to 110, and another critical second down, and manageable yards. Sean.
Wrapped up by Eunice Larry there.
Nick Oakley tuning this in too, Sean, from Perth. You gotta love it. We got Calgary tuning this in, Perth, all over. There's the fake handoff and batted down in. Is it
almost intercepted.
What a play by number 8, Tristan. No, hold it.
That's Farrigo.
Farrigo, yeah.
Farrigo almost pulled that up.
Number 9, sorry, Sean. Eunice Larry got his paw on it. Watch this if we get the replay.
Well, they're just showing this big crowd here.
Yeah, look at that, folks. They are enjoying a sunny afternoon in the Royal City, Guelph, Ontario. Peter Cobb along with Sean Moynihan. Here's your replay. Watch that. Boom. Batted down there by Larry and almost intercepted. And here comes the punt. It's a high snap. Punt is much better. It's going to be gathered in by Guthrie. He's got it at his own 10. Makes a one-man miss, but almost brought down almost immediately.
Well, I thought maybe Anakin Guthrie had another big one in him.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll wait to the second
half. 48 seconds to go, Sean. 23-9.
So you want some conservative football here, Pete. You don't want to have to punt that ball. I'm assuming if there's a stop on first down, I'm assuming Coach Corey Grant will use his timeouts.
Yeah, I'm just looking. He's got 3 timeouts. Both teams have 3 timeouts left.
I see.
That's Marshall McCray at quarterback. He turns and gives a quick handoff here. And fumbling the ball is Genesis. And who's got it? The Ravens have it. Oh, Sean. Genesis had it for a minute and bobbled it. And the Ravens have it on the 9-yard line.
Unbelievable, Pete. Unbelievable play.
Jake Henderson, I think, recover. Watch this, folks. He turns and just, oh, no.
And we are talking about the sure-handed.
Yes.
Vishon, a veteran.
Genesis, that is.
A go-to guy in this team and just a bad break. Credit, boy, big number 3. What a play.
That is. And here we go.
Cave made that play.
At quarterback, the left-hander. And here he is trying to get this team back. And a quick button hook pass. And they get it down to about the half-yard line. And they are knocking on the door with 36.5 seconds to go.
Pete, Eunice Larry again with a big stop on that goal line.
Frederick Hashi, wide receiver from Laval, Quebec. And we do have possible timeout.
A timeout.
Yeah, timeout Gryphons. Boy, you talk about changing the complexion in a heartbeat. Turnovers. And in your own end and with minimal time left. That's you talk about momentum, but hey, it's football and you got to learn.
There's the defensive coordinator, Matt Barry, giving instructions, and had a nice chat with Matt. He has family down here from Nova Scotia. He has family here from Alberta.
Wow.
All down to support him here at his first game and
True
with
Canadian.
The Guelph. Yep, with the Guelph organization.
Covered.
Let's see if his defense can come up with a monster play here, Pete.
Well, the ball's on the 1-yard line, Sean.
Force a decision by Carleton.
Here we go. Second down and goal. Look at that camera angle shot, Sean.
Absolutely.
Is that beautiful? Good job down there, folks.
People, that's Griff vision.
Oh, man.
Supervisor Matteo Cugliero. Matteo, good job with the team.
All right, here we go. Barnes looks like he's going to just try to sneak it home, and he does. And he did not. I think he fumbled the ball. If he didn't fumble it, he didn't get it. He didn't get it.
Farrigo, but a flag down, Pete.
Yeah, it might be offside on Guelph. Just because you got to be off the ball a yard.
Yes.
Let's see what the call is. Offside, Guelph. Yep.
Tough break.
It is.
Lefebvre is back in the game.
Yes, he is. Number 11. And they got I formation in behind him, including Aiden Arnott Smith. Handoff is given, and there's your touchdown.
For sure, Pete. And I'll tell you, he ran behind, and I want to get his number because he ran behind number 56. Kudos to 56 from Carleton.
Bradley Peters.
Just
from Fredericton, New Brunswick.
He just paved the way here, and coach gives him a a good slap on the helmet, and why not? He made such a great play. But, boy, that's a tough 7 points to give up, Pete, with 28 seconds to go.
Yeah, 23-15. Going to try to get the extra point, make it a 7-point difference.
You know, Pete, and we've said throughout this game we got to get the ball in the hands of Vishon. And just unfortunate play.
I think Lefebvre is really hurt, Sean.
I agree.
And I think you might see Barnes the rest of the way, but we shall see. Regardless, 28 seconds to go. The late touchdown by the Ravens has made this game very interesting. There's a shot of Lefebvre talking to the medical personnel. 23-16. Boy, don't turn your back for a second in OUA football. Things change in a hurry.
Pete, we have a couple big games today in the OUA. Right now, this is the only game going on. At 4 o'clock, Queens visits Windsor, and I said earlier that is a heavyweight match. And Western tomorrow travels to Ottawa. Tomorrow, Toronto's at Waterloo. And I might as well slip in tonight at 7 o'clock. We have Laurier at Mac. Of course, all teams in this league get a bye week.
Yeah.
And Guelph has an interesting one. Final game of the year is their bye.
Wow. Well, we're going to be with you on the 14th of September for those Marauders as they come rolling into town, I think. Here's the kickoff. Let's see where it goes. Guthrie's got it at his own 5. He's got a little bit of running room. He's going to cut it up to the right. And a block. And no flag. I think there might be another flag on the
There was some
play.
good action in the far corner, Pete. Guelph just has to protect the ball with 21 seconds left.
Yeah. Going to give a shout out to Don Sparky Leonard. He wants to know how the game's going. Well, Sparky, just turn on OUA TV. Come on.
The Spark. He's been down here before to see
yes,
Guelph football. He and Lori love the environment.
His lovely bride, Lori Leonard, loves sports and loves OUA football.
Absolutely.
All right, here we go. Abood with Malloy as the lone setback. Turning, looking. They hand it off to Malloy. He cuts it up the middle. Gains about 4 yards. It's going to be 2nd down and 6. Ball about the 29-yard line. And 16.8 seconds to go.
Pete, he was wrapped up by, I think, 52, Andrew Christie. You know, we don't complain. We talk about it a bit where, from our vantage point, it's really hard sometimes to pick up numbers.
Oh, it is.
Especially if they get rolled up a bit. And sometimes we're guessing. So, boy, if you're watching at home and your son makes a big play and we get the wrong name, our apologies.
Absolutely.
We'll do the best we can. Sometimes we pick it up on the replay.
Good shot of the huddle there. Hosevar, Zerby, Masterson.
Zerby hurt a little earlier, but he is back.
Malloy, Ethan Pyle. Boy, there's a football player.
And a co-captain of this team. He's the center.
Number 58. That's one thing, and you could see a couple of times Tristan Abood had so much time in the pocket, Sean. A real tribute to that offensive line.
For sure. And Pete, you know, this really sets up an exciting second half.
It really does. 16 seconds to go. 2nd and 7. 4 receivers out here to the right. Abood at quarterback. 1 receiver out to the left. Malloy, the lone setback. He now goes in motion. And Kane Stevenson takes the handoff, and we got a face mask, and that's going to be an automatic 1st down.
15 big ones, Pete, and
we'll take it.
I think was that Stevenson?
Yeah. Took the handoff.
Dangerous. Stevenson was going south on that play. Unfortunately, his head went north.
Watch
as
this,
you can
folks.
see this.
Look at that. Okay. Yeah. And I believe that might have been Ife Onyeka, the superstar defensive lineman, number 7 for those Carleton Ravens.
Well, Onyeka is something else, Pete. I don't know if we were on air before. We know they were a little tardy in getting the audio going, but he was drafted by the Toronto Argonauts.
one of the last cuts.
Yep.
Aboud back to pass, got some time looking. He's throwing it long and deep, got Genesis out there, and that ball is just off the fingertips. Good coverage out there,
and I
too,
like
by
going back to
Elijah Guamadou.
And, Pete, going back to Vishon, I like that play.
James Guamadou. Again, I apologize. He's from Laval, Quebec, 6'2", 4-year kid. Made a nice defensive play there.
For sure. Didn't bite, Pete, but
yeah.
I love the fact Aboud airing the ball out to him.
Yeah, 4.6 to go.
Will we see the same thing, or will it be Malloy in the backfield to run this half out?
I think it's Malloy in the backfield to run the half out, Sean, and he's got a bunch of yards and still is rolling, and it gets it all the way down to the 44-yard line, and that will be halftime. So, your score at the end of the first half, the Guelph Gryphons 23, the Carleton Ravens 16. Don't go away because Scotty Frazier and Mr. Justin Dunk are going to be coming in and giving their analysis of this first half. We'll be right back with those gentlemen momentarily.
Welcome back to Alumni Stadium. Scott Fraser joined by Justin Dunk up in the press box, now taking over for Pete and Sean, who have had quite a busy first half, Justin, and so did the Guelph Gryphons. After Carleton opened the scoring, it was all about that Gryphons offense. And to start with, it was Tristan Aboud, who came out in his sophomore season and really showed up and showed out.
Definitely, and I think Marshall McRae provided the spark for this offense. Came in on that third drive. He was high-stepping, converted a key third down, and eventually, after the quarter changed over, the Gryphons got in the end zone to tie the football game up at 7-7 after Tristan Lefebvre had hit Tristan Reddy to give the Ravens lead. I feel like it was McRae that sparked this offense. Then, as you mentioned, Tristan Aboud comes back, leads the offense down the field with his arm, hits Kane Stevenson on a nice post route across the middle for a touchdown from just outside the red zone. So you're having contributions from both quarterbacks in this game, and that's what head coach Mark Soria wants to see. He's also the offensive coordinator and the play caller, and this was the plan going into it, was to use both of these guys and use their strengths. You saw it with McRae running the football, and he looked improved, I'll say, as a passer as well. And then, of course, Aboud standing in there and throwing some strikes to get the Gryphons down the field into the end zone. I really like the way Soria has been creative after the offense got off to a little bit of a slow start, but mixing it up, and especially with McRae infusing that energy.
Yeah, having two quarterbacks to go to in week one is never a bad thing for a head coach that just took over in his very first game as a head coach for Mark Soria. Now, defensively, Guelph really stood up and were very strong throughout both quarters. 23-16 the score, but the doors really seem to be blown off by Gianni Green.
Definitely. That overthrow from Tristan Lefebvre, which got him benched, the Ravens quarterback, intercepted by Green. He gets a couple of key blocks down the left sideline, takes it all the way back for the pick six. That's a score for Matt Barry in his first game as a defensive coordinator for the University of Guelph Gryphons, coming over from the University of Calgary Dinos. And let me tell you, this guy knows how to develop defensive backs. He was a key factor in helping Dean Leonard, a Canadian defensive back who played at the University of Calgary, make it to Ole Miss to play in the Southeastern Conference and then be able to get a shot in the NFL. He's now with the Los Angeles Chargers, had an interception in LA's last preseason game. So that's the type of experience that Matt Barry brings to the table, and he talks a lot about takeaways, and we saw his defense get a key one there. And not only when his defense gets takeaways, they can take it to the end zone. Green absolutely did that, and you're seeing this different defense as well under Matt Barry. Started in a 3-4 alignment. He's going to be a guy that mixes it up, and he wanted to let Griffin Nation know that the couple key guys up front for him are Josh Campbell and Curtis Woodmansey. Campbell is back doing his master's program. Woodmansey is back from the Hamilton Tiger Cats. You got Braden McDougall and Brandon Frigo in the middle. A couple of those guys have been very key getting stops today. It's too bad that Vishon Genesis had that fumble on a punt return, because I think this would look even more favorable for the Gryphons in terms of the defense, but I think they've been pretty stout through the first half.
Yeah, and wearing their home whites for the first time in over a decade. And speaking to Mr. Barry before the game, the discussion was that the team came together as captains and as a leadership group with the coaching staff, saying, we lost in these jerseys in Ottawa, and we wanted to bring them back home and put this behind us by wearing these whites and beating Carleton on our own field, on our own turf in week one. And adversity's been something that Guelph's already seen so far. Anakin Guthrie had that kick return for a touchdown called back. Guelph still fought through that and find themselves with a 23-16 lead at halftime.
Let's think about that. They had a punt return by Guthrie, as you mentioned, called back. That was a long gainer. Great couple cuts from him there to get into open space, doing what he does, taking it back to the house. I didn't really think that there was a penalty on the play. Nonetheless, the Zebras stepped in and brought that fantastic play back. Could be another touchdown on the board for the Gryphons, and you just can't give the football away like Genesis did on that punt return fumble. So you got a 14-point swing there on special teams, right? We talked a lot about the offense, a lot about the defense, but special teams is that key third of the game in Canadian football that you cannot overlook.
Yeah, and Guelph is still with a lot of football left to be played. Obviously, speaking about the entire loss to Carleton last season on October 23rd, that really put those playoff hopes to bed. With Mark Soria on the sidelines, offensive coordinator for so long here, and now the head coach, there's been a changing of culture, but this team really is hungry to not only make the postseason this year, but host a playoff game here at Alumni Stadium. How huge would that be for this group and for the recruiting class and for Soria as a head coach?
It would be massive for momentum for the program, and as you mentioned, especially in recruiting. Guelph has the facilities, there's no doubt about that, but that needs to start translating to production and ultimately wins on the field. And there's a much different energy around the program with Mark Soria as the head coach now, and the changes that he's made. I really like getting Matt Barry in here as a defensive coordinator, and just the way Soria goes about it is much different, and you can tell that by the way the players have played with energy in the first half, and I think that this is a positive step for the program. 30 minutes left to go. You got to close it out at home in the all whites, but after the opening 30 minutes, I like what I've seen.
Yeah, lots to like for Soria and the rest of the coaching staff and all 55 players on the sideline for the Gryphons. We're going to take a quick break and be back with highlights from that first half after this. It's Gryphon football on Rogers TV.
Looking forward to a great evening. It's a chance to obviously celebrate all the successes from this last year. We're really here, and the work we do is on behalf of the student athletes and their coaches. So a special shout out to the student athletes and the coaches in the room today.
She helped lead her team to the Quigley Cup title. The 23-24 OUA Athlete of the Year is Brock Badger's volleyball standout, Sarah Roy. He was first team OUA All-Star, the 23-24 OUA Athlete of the Year from the Guelph Gryphons, Max Davis.
Sport has changed society. Sport does reproduce the dominant values in society, but that means if we get it right, then we become part of that. And so a good message tonight is a big thank you to our OUA staff who was charged with dealing with the biggest conference in the country to make it work.
To my colleagues I've worked with in this room my whole time while at U Ottawa, thank you. It has been my pleasure to meet you, to learn from every single one of you, to get to know you, to share some good laughs together, and probably some tears too, through tough moments that we've all supported one another.
Congratulations to the 2023-24 J.P. Loosemore Award recipient, Carleton University's Jennifer Brennan.
I've been working in this industry for 36 years. It's been an incredible career. I've been so blessed and fortunate to work with so many great people, those that look out for me, those that welcomed me, and those that have supported me. Thank the OUA staff and Gord for this incredible honor.
It's a real pleasure to look back on everything.
We are ticking ever closer to the second half here at Alumni Stadium, Guelph, with that 7-point lead at the half. And a lot to talk about, Justin Dunk, from that first half, and a ton of highlights to get to. Brought to you by Frankenstein's Pub and Grub, downtown Guelph, the heart of downtown Guelph. We will see you at Frank's first. Here are all the first half highlights.
Indeed, man. You got to go to Frankenstein's after the game for sure. You can see Tristan Lefebvre getting Carleton going on offense, though that was almost intercepted by the Gryphons, but then he found Tristan Reddy in the end zone as the Ravens took a 7-0 lead in this game. But then it was Marshall McRae, number 1, inserted into the game. Donovan Malloy gets them going on the ground. I really like the energy McRae brings. And look at this run up the middle. High stepping, showing the swag. Who is this kid? Second-year sophomore quarterback infusing energy into the Gryphons. I love this call. Second and long situation. Draw play to Malloy. Breaks the tackle in the backfield, gets to the outside, and sets up McRae for the Gryphons' first touchdown of the 2024 season. And then the defense. Bending but not breaking, I would say, in this game. Not giving up some big plays down the field, coming downhill, tackling well. You can see Braden McDougall there on the stop, one of the inside linebackers, and then it was the offense back to work. Malloy, the 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, getting the drive going for Tristan Aboud, and then he's showing off his arm strength, getting better, moving in the pocket, creating off-schedule plays, but that is classic Aboud right there down the middle, post route to Kane Stevenson for a beautiful touchdown to put the Gryphons up by a couple of scores. Then we got a Rouge out the back of the end zone on a kickoff. That was an absolute banger. And again, back to the defense, playing quality football for the most part in this game. And then it's Gianni Green. Could he go all the way? Getting a couple of key blocks and taking it to the house. Pick 6, and it's McRae. Not 1, but 2 jukes to get into the end zone. 2-point convert. This play unfortunate, though. Ball security, ball security, ball security. Vishon Genesis fumbles. The Ravens get into the end zone. That leaves us with a 23-16 score at half for the Gryphons.
So before we go to break real quick, Dunk, last season, week 5, I believe it was, Tristan Aboud broke the all-time single-game record for touchdown passes, held by some guy. I think it was you previously to that.
Records are made to be broken, man.
That's
That was
exactly
quite a
it. So Marshall McRae with that high step in the middle of maybe the 55-yard line, Did you ever get one of those done and you're playing?
High stepping. I don't know if I had that much room.
I don't think you had that much foot speed. You were more of a pocket
Well,
passer.
I'll race him now. No, I'm just joking. McRae's fast, but
if he watches
that's the
this,
type of energy and the swag that he brings to the offense. So you could see the defense had to change how they're defending the Gryphons offense when McRae came into the game, especially when Malloy started getting loose, because you have to at least allot one guy or be ready for McRae to potentially get out on the edge, so it creates running lanes for Malloy.
Yeah, and that lackadaisical kind of not afraid to make a mistake culture that Mark Soria has really instilled in this group has been very, very evident so far. Just over 4 minutes till the second half. We're going to take one more breather. Pete and Sean will be back with the call. You're watching Gryphons football on Rogers TV.
Have accomplished here tonight over the course of the 23-24 OUA season, and it's really exciting to look forward. We've got some time off now, but we get to do it all again for the 24-25 season.
All right, folks, welcome back. Great job by Scotty Fraser and Justin Dunk, giving you a little halftime synopsis of the game. And, you know, a couple of key things, again, that they touched upon, Sean. Late touchdown by Carleton off a mishandled ball by
Guelph.
By Guelph. And the other thing that I think that, that interception off the arm of Lefebvre, and I'm really curious to see whether we see Barnes the rest of the way here.
Yeah, for sure, Pete. You could see he was struggling a little bit there. You know, for me, Pete, I thought the defensive line picked it up late in that second quarter. Put more pressure when Lefebvre was in, and it just made a world of difference. But still, that interception and return by Green was exciting, and just a backbreaker here for Carleton. And Pete, you mentioned the fave, and I see he is not warming up.
No, it's Barnes out there.
Yeah, their other man is, so it'll be interesting to see what happens there the second half.
Elijah Barnes, trial by fire here. He's a second-year kid from the nation's capital, and he probably, if you told him last night, hey, you're going to be in the football game, he might be a little surprised. But that's the nature of this sport. It's a difficult sport, and you often heard the phrase, a team is only as good as their backup quarterback.
Yeah, next man up, Pete. Yeah. And we were kind of surprised when McRae got in the game so early.
Yeah.
And he really was a spark plug here.
Without question, Marshall McRae.
He is just Sean. His athleticism is just incredible. Again, I think we opened the broadcast talking about Aboud and McCray, and how
Yeah.
are these two freshman quarterbacks going to survive last year? Well, they were fantastic, and man, they've picked up a step this year.
Without question. The experience is a great teacher. Now, if you remember back to the opening kickoff, it looked Carleton is going to receive the ball. They deferred, and they're going to head back and receive. Looks like Tristan Rinaldi, number 9, will be heading back to return, along with possibly number 29, Fernando Baptiste. Running back, first-year kid from Milton. Actually, I'm sorry. Guelph is receiving the ball. So it must have been a defer to get the field position in the fourth quarter.
Because I'll tell you, Pete, and we've been here a few years, you never know with this wind. The wind is blowing exactly the opposite way it was when we started this game.
Right. Exactly right.
It's blowing out now.
All right.
But
Guthrie
Guthrie.
There, and here we go. And
it's a short one.
Going to pick it up at his own 20. Comes around this side, did a complete spinorama. And he's going to gain some yards, and he's out over the 35 to the 36, maybe the 37-yard line. Well done.
Pete, a nice tackle by number 17, James Kwame. Just did not quit on him. Wouldn't let Anakin get around the corner, but a good start for Guelph.
Anakin, I believe I called him Skywalker. Guthrie, yes.
The Skywalker.
Yeah, he's.
Well, we won't talk about that punt return. He had called back.
Boy. All right, here we go. Marshall McCray, there is that new Marshall in town, and he's in behind shotgun formation. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Malloy is the lone setback. They turn, they hand off, they fake it. Marshall McCray is going to run, protects that football, and he gains about 6, maybe 7 yards, Sean.
For sure, Pete, and just so difficult to bring down. It's the Marshall McCray sort of theme here. You just cannot take this man down easily. Super elusive.
2nd and 3, looks over, gets the offensive signals from the head coach.
The key, when is Marshall going to step back and throw one, Peter, and surprise everyone?
All right, let's see what happens here. Again, same formation, 3 receivers to the right. Bad snap over the head of McCray. He picks the ball up, he turns. He's going to gun it out here to the side. It's caught! Are you kidding me? Oh, my! Ryan Ogilvie.
Well, Pete.
No chance in the world, Sean.
Pete, that had disaster written all over it. And that ball went through the hands of, or went over to Carleton defensive backs, but Ryan Ogilvie picks it. I'm calm. I'll throw it out here. Boy, for a minute, Pete, that smelled like interception to me, but perfect spot.
40 yards in the air, Sean, off his back foot. My goodness. Well done. Here's Aboud in the game now. And he's going to be brought down. Nothing doing there. It looks like 93. Jaden Delorme from Brockville, Ontario, made the play for the Ravens.
And Aboud tried to step up and had some room to go, but credit Delorme there with the tackle from behind. Loss of about 1, Pete. That'll go down as a sack. And you can see on our replay here, Delorme just shed his block and made a nice play.
All right, it is 2nd down and 11. The ball just across midfield. Aboud, quarterback, 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. And we have a whistle and a timeout by Guelph. Probably didn't like the setup. 23-16 is our score. We're in the 3rd quarter. It's game 1 of the 2024 season. And Sean, looking at the upcoming schedule, a home schedule. Carleton here today, then McMaster on the 14th, and then the Waterloo Warriors come rumbling into town on the 28th, and then Windsor Lancers, October the 5th.
And everyone watch that Windsor Lancer team. They are a sleeper. We saw them a couple years ago here, Pete, and they just pounded the ball. Really one of the new heavyweights, I feel, in the OUA will be Windsor. Don't sleep on Laurier. I mean, Laurier has, their quarterback is Tyler Algersma, and he is a magician. Michael Falls, he's got Algersma in his 4th year, so watch Laurier go this year. And of course, Pete, everyone always has their eyes on Western. You got to go through Western for the Yates Cup. Here comes Guelph, 2nd and long.
Tristan Aboud with Malloy in behind him. Lots of motion. Citizen Kane comes over to help block. Aboud's got time, throws it, got a man open, and it's caught, and that's Tomas, and he could go! He's all the way to the 5-yard line!
And just
Jacob Tomas, I talked to his parents down in the stands. They're clapping their hands.
Oh, my. And Pete, just a perfect strike from Aboud. Lots of protection. Look at this pass.
Oh, man. And look how he splits the defense. And he's out on his horse, and he's all the way to the 5-yard line.
A saving tackle by Dane Altidore, number 15.
I love this. Here comes Marshall McRae.
I know.
How do you defend this team? You just don't know. Lots of motion. Here's the pitch. And heading to the corner for a touchdown is Malloy.
That's 27, Peter. Caleb Sargent.
I'm sorry. He fooled me.
He faked the ball to Malloy, went outside with a pitch, and just a beautiful design play. And what a start by the Guelph Gryphons. They marched the length of the field, and look at Sargent get outside.
Oh, yeah.
And he sees that incredible black and red checkerboard. You got to love
End
it.
Zone. Touchdown, and that's just what these Gryphons needed to get right back and extend this to a possible 2-touchdown lead. The ball is down, the kick is up, it is good, and we do have a 2-touchdown lead, 30-16 with 11:40 to go in the third quarter.
Pete, while we have a minute too, I should talk about, they've done it for a number of years. I think was the 4th year. The Toronto Argonauts have their training camp here, and then they host the Hamilton Tiger Cats in a preseason game here, and it's always really super exciting. Won by Toronto this year, 25-14, and a couple former Gryphons play in that game. Royce Mechie, Keandre Smith, number 85, the receiver, of course, and Colton Woodmansey. So just a big game held here every year in Guelph, with the Argos coming into town.
Such the partnerships that are created here at this university. You come here and you're overwhelmed by just magnificence.
Pete, and everything is going right for Guelph because just a tremendous kickoff. And he will be smothered
well before the 20-yard line. It's going to be maybe about the 16. And here comes Elijah Barnes, the left-hander from Ottawa, who is going to lead this Carleton Raven team attempt to lead them from a 2-touchdown deficit, Sean.
Pete, and I'm so optimistic. I see the torpedo. Anthony Montuzzo in on that, in on that coverage, and just great speed. And I can't wait till he gets back to full speed.
Oh, he'll
be a force.
Mom and Dad are just wonderful people. All right, here we go. Barnes going to turn, hand the ball off, and making one man miss, and a gain of about 4 yards. Not bad by number 26, Matthew Morin.
Trying to see who was in on that tackle, Pete. They may have had him almost in the backfield, but he squirmed loose. And here we go. We'll take a look. I thought for a minute right here, Lafoucault, but no.
No, it's Woodmansey.
From behind.
Number 98, Curtis Woodmansey made the play.
He's had a strong game today, Woodmansey, Pete. A co-captain.
2nd and 5. Big play here. Another handoff. And nothing doing, Sean.
All types in on that, Pete. Woodmansey again.
Oh, my. All right. It's going to be 3rd down and a punting situation. Back for the Gryphons.
And you know it. The Skywalker is in the game.
He's the lone man back there. And Joey Siandra is the kicker from Montreal, Quebec for these Ravens. That's what Siandra does here. Low snap, gets it, kicks it, punts it towards the sidelines. One hop into the hands of Guthrie, and he's going to quickly just go out of bounds Almost run over a photographer, but he doesn't.
Safe move there, Pete, and a good move.
And look, you're going to get the ball at your own 45-yard line. And it's who's coming out as quarterback? Is it going to be the Marshall, or is it going to be a Bood?
It's a Bood, Pete.
I love it.
What I really find interesting, talking to head coach Mark Sura, is the relationship between a Bood and Marshall McCray is so genuine.
Yeah.
They're the best of friends. They both relish in each other's successes. There's no competition. Really credit to the culture of this Guelph environment.
Without question. All right, here they come. Here's the turn and the handoff. Kane Stevenson tries to get that. Play just looked a little unusual from the get-go.
Pete, that toss, and then you're kind of running into the
meat of the
teeth,
defense. Yeah.
It is a little bit of a strange.
Maybe that's a setup for Bood keeps it. And,
maybe Pete, you're coaching a couple plays down. Good move.
All right, that's a loss of 3 on the play. It's going to be second and maybe 2. A loss of 2. Second and 12 here. Just underway. 30-16. Second possession for the Gryphons. They scored on their opening possession. There's the fake handoff. That ball spatted in the air and intercepted. They were looking for Genesis. Batted down, and boy, when a defensive lineman, big number 99, Michael Lightbody from Arnprior, and he's no light body, folks.
He goes at 390.
Wow.
And I'm going to guess that's his first touchdown of his career, but
interception,
interception. Credit the big man, and what a turn of events, and look at the joy on that
bench. They put the chain on him, the defensive chain, and he's celebrating over here. Watch this, folks. Batted up in the air, and he spots it and catches it and goes right down.
And makes a nice roll. Good for him.
All right, here's Barnes now. Going to throw it. He's going long and deep. Got a man out there. It's caught. Touchdown. Oh, my goodness. What a play.
Frederick Hache, Pete, the big touchdown. And boy, did that turn quickly.
An interception and a fake running play, and then bingo, the Ravens had struck like lightning, and it's now 30-22, 8:37 to go in the third, and we got a ball game.
Pete, I don't know who this was in the corner. I think it might have been Slaughter, but I thought he may have had this ball, and it just out of his reach and just perfectly thrown ball.
Oh, it's a beautiful ball. Elijah Barnes getting it done. Good for you, young fella. Okay. Siandra for the extra point. The ball is down. The kick is up. It is good. And, folks, we have a ball game. It's 30-23. Don't you dare go away. Okay. Good shot of number 85 there, Ben Huckabone, wide receiver. As I mentioned, Ben, he's from Pembroke. Good camera work there on that Carleton Ravens sideline. There's the quarterback, and you know he's not coming back. He's in his T-shirt. He had his helmet on, but he's in his T-shirt. So Lefebvre is done for the afternoon.
And Pete, this is a magic connection. Talking to the veteran number 26.
Yeah, Matthew Morin and Elijah Barnes looking at the iPad there. That's great camera work, gang. That's education on the spot. All right, let's see. Can it's haymaker after haymaker here, Sean.
last one to have the ball, maybe, Pete.
My goodness. All right. Siandra to kick off for the Ravens. He squibs it, and if that ball goes out of bounds, and it doesn't, that is not what the Ravens wanted. Watch where they put this one. I believe the 45-yard line.
I believe you're right, Pete. It is a killer of a penalty.
Yeah.
And Pete, we had a good talk at half with Murray Drinkwater, head of officials for the OUA.
Just a delightful man.
And we were wondering about that 15-yard penalty. no yards penalty. And there's a 15 yards. If you catch the ball in the air and there's no yards, it's 15 yards. If the ball bounces and hits the ground, it's 5 yards. There can be a 15 if it does hit the ground, if they feel there's an intent to injure or a person's hovering over the ball. But it's a CFL. It's all 15 yards.
All right, Marshall McCray hands the ball off to Malloy, and moving up and making a great play is number 14, Elijah James Aiguamudu. Aiguamudu. He's a defensive back from LaSalle, Quebec. Fine play by number 14. What's this?
For sure, Pete. He just cuts the legs.
Yeah, nowhere to go.
Allows his partner in crime, number 44, to come in, Justin Belanger.
2nd and 10. 3 receivers to the right, 2 here to the left. Marshall McCray back to pass, looking. He's got some time. He fakes the handoff, and he's going to run for the first down and more, Sean. And this is what this kid gets you.
Oh, my God, Pete. It's incredible. It looked like he was going to go to Vishon. And I really think the linebacker hesitated a bit, looking in the far corner for Vishon. And then he just cut left. And Mr. Excitement, Marshall McCray.
Yeah, you got to have a spy on him, because look at, once he breaks free, look at here. You are not going to catch him from behind, folks. He is a provincial
10
class sprinter.
Brom 10, they're throwing a haymaker at the end.
Here's the turn and the handoff, and Malloy had a good head of steam, but a good defensive tackle after a gain of about 3. Ball now into Raven territory at about the 46-yard line. Going to be 2nd down and about 6.
Peter, that's Justin Belanger, number 44, in on the tackle again. But Malloy, does he get up ahead of steam or what?
He does, man. He attacks the hole and got an extra yard out of that. All right, Citizen Kane Stevenson in the backfield, checks with Malloy, now comes into the slot position. 3 receivers to the left, 1 out there to the right. Marshall McCray still in charge. They turn, hand the ball off to Malloy. Malloy makes one-man miss, and he's got a first down, Mr. Moynihan.
And Pete, I think it was number 68. Schlickinger makes a block and really freed up.
Yeah, that's Scheching.
Nice play.
6'3".
Pile up front, too. That O-line has done a good job today.
Scheching is from the Chemical Valley, Sarnia, Ontario. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Here we go. First down, Gryphons. Ball at the 38-yard line of the Ravens. Back to pass. We're going to see that arm, and it's a nice spiral. Man, wide open. Touchdown, John Willem-Arsenault.
And Marshall McCray apparently is doing it all today.
Oh, single coverage down the pipe. The Carl Raven defender fell down, and Willem-Arsenault just made the catch. Touchdown.
Well, Pete, the safety, was left all alone with them, and McCray, credit to him, and we're going to see a replay here. McCray throws a great ball.
Oh, man.
What a...
Willem-Arsenault. He's the second-year man from Calgary, Alberta. And another haymaker, Sean. Gardenia makes and restores the 2-touchdown lead. 36-23, 5:23 to go, and you might be right, sir, whoever's got that ball last.
Pete, that extra point landed in the Friends of Griffin football. We mentioned it earlier, and I hope we were on air and they had audio at the time, because this is a tremendous group of alumni who get together. Bill Brown, our contact there. Over $200,000 in scholarship money in the past 5 years. I think 90,000 of that is an endowment fund they organize. A lot of special events. I can't say enough about them. Friends of Griffin football, former alumni, fans, parents. Congratulations to FOGF, as they call themselves.
Well, they got the CEO of the hospital here, and they were recognizing the hospital personnel today.
For sure.
Just tremendous partnerships up here at Guelph. Sean, I marvel at it.
Well, Pete, I've got a couple texts saying, Montana ribs, you got to be kidding me. Harvey's Hamburgers, Montana, and that's organized by the POP, the parents of players. If you're ever here in Guelph, to the, I guess it'd be to the west side of the building here, tremendous tailgate.
A donation
make a donation and
let loose.
I noticed you thought it was a buffet, all you can eat.
Well, I'm going to tell you this: the ribs at Montana's are delicious, but they don't match one Virginia Moynihan's ribs. My
okay,
goodness.
Thanks for getting that in, Pete. I appreciate it because I would have heard about that. But we can't say enough about the pop party.
They're awesome.
And here we go, Pete.
Kickoff is going to be fielded around the 5-yard line. Lots of hang time there, trying to get out to the outside. And what a tackle by number 43, Braden McDougall, Sean.
McDougall and Ferrigo today have just been on fire. He just shot that hole, knocked the legs out from under him, and what a tremendous play.
Braden McDougall from Windsor, Ontario.
Oh, my. The Rose City.
Yes, it is. You see now the Gryphons in that 3-4 defense. You don't see that. Boy, you got a 3-4 defense. You better have one tough nose tackle, and they do.
Well,
my
Pete
goodness.
really
That's
allows
Curtis
linebackers to survey.
Barnes, here's the handoff over to number 84. It's a good play. And getting out and around the end, and that's going to be a nice first down and another nice call by the Ravens offensive coordinator, getting a first down on their first play.
Pete, he fooled everyone. We'll get a number for you. That was either 84, I think it was 84. Made a really nice play. Derek Yabo.
From Laval, first-year kid.
And some good wheels on him to get outside.
You're just joining us. Elijah Barnes is that quarterback, and he throws it out on the wing, and it's a nice catch and run. Breaking a couple of tackles there is number 85, Ben Huckabone.
Ben Huckabone. Pete, it looked like he was going to be stopped about a yard short.
He's a big kid,
but you want to believe he put his nose down and grabbed an extra 3 yards.
Watch this. Breaks 2 tackles right
for
there.
Sure.
Yeah, number 15 with the tackle.
Kashama Agayer.
All right, first down. Ball now at their own 49-yard line. Handoff, trying to get through there and making 1-2 miss and getting a ton of yards and eating enough, and the holes are opening and the Ravens are rolling.
Pete, number 26. Nice run, Matthew Morin.
Yep. Well, we saw Matt and Elijah Barnes talking, looking at the iPad on the bench, probably saying, hey, this play will work. Finally brought down by Martin.
They've had some good success on that going left there, Pete.
They have. All right, 3 receivers out to the left, 2 here to the right. Barnes at quarterback. You just joined us. Starting quarterback. Lefebvre got hurt. Here's a nice spinorama play and a real nice defensive play by that Guelph Griffin defense.
Absolutely,
We'll
Pete.
get you the number over there.
He locked him up.
Number 8.
You want to believe
Tristan Aboud.
Yeah.
No, that's 9. Sorry. Eunice Larry, 8 and 9. I got to fix my eyes.
You can't, Pete. We got a great view up here.
Yeah. Or maybe number 6, Sean, Nathaniel Slaughter.
That makes sense,
yeah,
Pete. He's the DB on that side.
From Cole Harbor. Good play by Slaughter. 2nd and long, 2nd and 7. 3 receivers to the left, 3 to the right. Nobody in the backfield. And Barnes is going to take off and run, and he stumbles and gets the first down. What an effort by Elijah Barnes. I think that was a planned run, Sean.
Pete, I think it was a draw. I really like the play. A quarterback keeper there. Slid up the middle.
Well, watch how the center gets through right there and just gets in the way right there. Just that little block allowed Barnes to get there. All right, they hand off to Moran, and he again cuts left and brought down. Much better defense. Yep. Ball down now to the 31-yard line of the Gryphons, and this is another fine response by this Raven football club. And you know, the head coach has got to be pleased. He didn't expect to have Barnes in here playing the majority of this game. He's doing wonderful.
Yeah, he's a second-year kid too, Pete.
All right, 4 receivers to that. They hand off to Malloy again. Ooh, what a hit there. Oh, my. Who was that, Sean, that made the initial contact?
It might have been 98, I think.
Woodmansey?
Pete. I think it's Woodman, or that's it's either 98 or 96.
Wow.
Campbell.
Josh Campbell. Let's see here, folks. Watch this. Watch the initial contact.
Look
Bang!
out.
Oh, no, that's
it's
40. Oh, Farigo.
Figo.
Oh, my goodness. That was a violent collision. It's third down, and the field goal attempt is going to come from the 35-yard line. 35-yard attempt. Let's see. Ball is down. The kick is up. It's long enough, and it is wide left. And it's going to be brought out. And hustling out is Guthrie. And he gets out to the 5-yard line, but no points. And a costly missed field goal there.
Snap a little high getting down. Guthrie got on his horse. He's got great speed, Pete.
Yeah, Sandra would like to have that one back, wouldn't he?
For sure. For sure. That's a big hold there by the Guelph defense. Boy, Pete, we were talking a little bit earlier.
Ball comes out to the 20, I think.
Yes, it does. We were talking about this a little bit earlier, but I'll tell you, the quarterbacks this year in the OUA,
oh, man.
What a group of seniors. Boy, Algersma, we got Hillick at Western. The fave here. That Danny Skelton in Windsor is no sleeper. Weir is back at Queens.
All right, here's Tristan Aboud, another one of those. And what a handoff, and what a run here. And what a run it is by Caleb Sargent. First down, Gryphons.
He is a player that we were told might surprise us this year.
Well, he's got a first down as we now are in the final minute, Sean, of the third quarter.
A quick third quarter.
And still a 2-touchdown lead, and you can see the importance of that missed field goal. Here we go. Aboud at quarterback. Lots of motion. They turn, they hand off again. Sargent, look at him make people miss. Still moving, and he's got the ball out to the 41-yard line, a gain of 8 yards, Sean.
Pete, he looks so much like Donovan Malloy.
He does.
The two backs, 27 and 23.
Well, Malloy is now coming in to relief.
I mean, the two of them are identical type of players, but what acceleration through the hole.
And you got Smith, who's maybe getting close to coming back, too.
Now,
so
that will be thunder and lightning.
Oh, my goodness. All right, big play here. 2nd down and 1. Can the Gryphons continue to march the ball and take time off the clock? They turn, they hand off to Malloy. Malloy's got the first down, Sean. And that should take us to the end of the third quarter, and it does. And so, with 1 quarter remaining, it's 37-23 for the Guelph Gryphons over the visiting Carleton Ravens.
That brings us to the end of the third quarter with a score. Carleton Ravens 23.
I'm so glad.
Oh, here we go.
We got up.
Look at here.
Paris Olympics were fantastic. Wow. University of Guelph had 5 people representing. Jesu in discus. What about Sarah Douglas in women's sailing? Craig Thorne, men's 110-meter hurdles. And what about Zoe Sharara? I hope I'm pronouncing
women's 400
and on that 400-meter relay team. And Jacqueline Madagogo, women's 100-meter, 200-meter.
4x100. Well, Guelph has such an outstanding track and running program here. It's
cross
exceptional.
country is
and look at
phenomenal.
these Gryphons.
Congratulations to them, Pete. It's just
I got to give a shout out, Sean.
I'm with you.
I gotta, because I was born and raised in Chatham, Ontario. We got a kid that plays on the Olympic basketball team, the women's Olympic basketball team, by the name of Bridget Carleton. In fact, she plays in the WNBA. She wears number 6 for the Minnesota Lynx. And if you get the WNBA games, tune them in tonight. They're playing at 8 o'clock against the Las Vegas Aces, who they beat the other night in Vegas.
And she's had an outstanding year.
Exceptional.
And, I think it was, I'm not sure if it was game 2 or game 3 in the Olympics. She was the player of the game for Canada. It was just all over. I think she had 4 threes. And just a tremendous person. Just a absolutely fine athlete. And congratulations to all our Canadians in the Olympics this year.
No kidding. So many great stories. All right, here we go. First down. Gryphons turn. Handoff goes to Malloy. He's got some running room, Sean, and he's got another first down. He's all the way to the 51-yard line of the Ravens.
Pete, it cannot be understated. He hits the hole so
my
quickly.
goodness.
Watch this, everyone, and look out, Scout. And boy, a saving tackle. Number 31 just tripped him up at the last minute. Chris Tupan, we've called his name a couple times today. Chris having a great game for Carleton.
Boy, and you could see Coach Grant, he just was shaking his head. He realizes that this running game is starting to wear down his defense. And there's another handoff coming to the other side. Look at him attack the hole. If you go up and try to stop Donovan Malloy, you're going to take a lick, Sean.
Pete, he's something else, I'll tell you.
Look, that defender for Carleton, like I handed to him to put your nose in there.
Yeah.
But he's a linebacker, and Malloy is taking him on. And he's 54. That's Carl von Einsdale from Abbotsford, BC. And I hand it to you, Carl, taking on Malloy, who's got a full head of steam coming at you. Second down and 5. 13:36 to go in the fourth quarter. Aboud's going to toss it. Got a man wide open, and it's caught. And that looks like Willem Arsenault again. Oh, my. All cylinders are running now. The ball down to the 22-yard line.
And, Pete, it looked like Aboud was focused on Arsenault from the get-go. Yes, he was. And just a perfect touch over the linebackers into that second level. Arsenault sure-handed.
And you see Genesis, the safety could not come over and help out. He had to be aware of Genesis there on down the sideline. All right, first down, ball at the 22. Here come the Gryphons. Aboud back to pass. He's got time. He's got all kinds of time. He's rolling out here to the right, throws the ball out of bounds. Not a bad play. Nobody open.
For sure,
Second
Pete.
down and 10.
And you had Arsenault and I believe Malloy all way out to the left. I couldn't get back in the play, but Aboud made a good decision there, Pete.
Yeah, without question. Into the game comes number 14, Ryan Ogilvie, receiver, 5'11", second-year, 4-year kid from Stony Creek, Ontario. Not too far away from here. 22-yard line, second down. Gryphons with a 2-touchdown lead, and they're knocking on the door again.
Maybe it's time for Vishon. Peter, what do you think?
Well, let's see what happens here. Aboud turns. He's going to hand the ball off, and why not? You got a kid that's rolling, and that ball is going to be taken down to the 15-yard line. All right, Coach Moynihan. Do you put the dagger and go for it like Dan Campbell, or do you say, no, let's get 3 points?
I take the 3 points now, right. Pete. That puts them up 3 scores.
I like your thinking.
You know, that's not – I mean, look where it got Dan Campbell.
Almost to the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Oh, Lions fans are on fire.
I love it, folks.
And
I
on
do
the cover of Sports Illustrated.
Why not? The ball is down. The kick is up, and it is wide right.
Yikes.
And that is a single point, a rouge as it's known, to make it 38-23. And I think Gardero would like to have that one back.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, Pete, we've talked about this. I don't like the rouge in Canadian football. I know, as I've been told, no, that's the way the game is. That's the way it's always been played. But I watched Saskatchewan and Toronto the other night, and Toronto won on the last play of the game, a missed field goal that went out of the end zone for a single point. And it just doesn't seem right. I'm not sure who I call about all this. And
Murray Drinkwater.
Yeah, I talked to Murray about it, but if you're listening and you agree, please send your letters.
Send us your text.
No, not me. Send them to Canadian Football or I don't know who. But
all right, Barnes back to pass. He's got time. He throws it across. What a catch! Oh my goodness!
Pete,
Kasim Ferdinand. What a catch! Watch this again, folks. It doesn't get any better.
One of the top receivers in the OUA.
Lays it out.
This is incredible. Man. And if he doesn't catch that ball, it's like the intercepted.
Absolutely. First down, ball at the 52-yard line. Here's another little inside pass. This time it works. Trying to strip the ball. And it's going to be very close to another Raven first down.
Pete, that's been Huckabone. Kind of a bubble screen there.
Yeah.
I like that when that wide receiver slips back into the middle, looks for a block. Ferrigo again on the tackle.
He tried to strip the ball. 46 Ferrigo.
And Guthrie also in there.
Second down and less than 1. So you know the playbook is wide open. You can throw the bomb here if you want because they're going to go for it on third down.
Well, with someone like Ferdinand.
All right. Barnes has got some room. He's being chased down. That ball is incomplete. It's now third down and less than a yard. Again, he was looking for Tristan Reddy, number 87. Guess I was pronouncing that wrong. I thought it was Reedy, but it's Reddy, apparently. Wide receiver from Arn Pryor. Third down and 1, and you know, you're the Ravens. You've got 10:24 to go in the game, and you're down 15 points, Sean. You got to go for it.
You do, Pete.
Just a quarterback sneak, really.
For sure, and that last play, risky.
Yeah, that could have been intercepted. You can see Barnes in under center. And there he goes, and he's got the first down and more as he stretches and touches the ball down to the 45-yard line.
We do have a flag, and somebody was offside.
Yeah, it's got to be Guelph, I would imagine, again. That's so hard not to stay onside because you have to line up a yard off the ball. So, yeah. All right, first down Ravens, folks. Don't you dare go away. There's no quit in this Raven club. I said they trail by 15. They have the ball in Gryphon territory. The 44-yard line. Peter Cobb along with Sean Patrick Moynihan. Game 1, 2024 season. And nothing doing there.
May have lost a yard on the play, Pete. That's going to be a tackle for a loss. Yep. Number 91, Robert Keys Wilson in again on a nice play.
Stopping Matt Moran, number 26, and it's second and long. And Barnes will be forced to pass. It'll be interesting to see, will the Gryphons bring a little pressure?
Had a lot of success at the end of the second quarter, Pete, sending a linebacker and putting some pressure. Let's see what happens. Here comes Barnes.
3 down linemen. Looks like they are going to get a little bit of pressure. Here comes the 4th. Barnes has time. That ball is off the hands, almost intercepted by Green. It would have been his second of the game.
Yeah, Pete, and that pass had some juice on it.
Yes, it did.
I think hands and helmet it might have went off. We'll check the replay.
Watch here. Barnes has got a strong arm. Good defense there.
For sure.
And who else was there? Maddox Martin, number 33.
We haven't heard a lot from Maddox Martin, getting some airtime here, and good play by Maddox.
Andrew to kick. See what happens here. He's going to punt it. The old pooch kick heading towards that coffin corner. It's going to be picked up by Guthrie. He goes up the sidelines and gets out of bounds about the 20, maybe 21-yard line.
Just not enough room there, but a safe play. Starting at their own, I think it's going to be 19, Pete.
Yeah, 8:58 to go. Really mission accomplished by that Guelph defense, stopping him there.
Absolutely, Pete. And while we have a second here, I want to mention sports information coordinator here, Andy Beckler, has been so fantastic.
Are you kidding me?
What about Neil White, our director? First time, brand new role for him here. Thanks, Neil. And, of course, Matteo Cugliero, Griff Vision supervisor, new staff here, and just congratulations to you guys, and thank you for your support, Pete, and I really appreciate it.
Marshall McCray fakes the handoff, throws the ball, got a man open, and threw it behind the receiver, unable to come up with it. Nice play, though. McCray outside the pocket. Looked like Ryan Ogilvie was his intended
trying to
receiver.
get the ball to Ogilvie.
You know, I got to go back to Murray Drinkwalter. There was a call back in the first half for horse collar, and you and I both commented that the player did not have his hand in behind the neck.
Sure.
But he said if you grab above or on the nameplate, Draken, that's what happened. That's why they call
above the numbers and you pull back. That's a 15-yard penalty. So
it's a critical play.
A great clarification by Murray for us.
All right, Marshall McCray back, looking. He's going to take off running, and look at him make people miss. And gets to the outside, Sean. And there he goes, Marshall McCray, all the way to the 41-yard line.
I can't.
Grandpa McCray, I know you're loving it in upstate New York.
You know what he's saying right now? The Jets have got to get that kid.
No kidding. Look at him go, folks. He makes 1, 2, 3 people miss, and then gets, and it's a saving tackle. Otherwise, he might go
down
for
the sideline.
pay dirt.
Yeah, 15, I believe. That was with O'Dane Altador with the saving tackle there. Big second down play there, Pete.
It certainly was. All right, there's the handoff going the other way. And look at this run. Big number 32, Mason Duval, I believe, Sean. His first carry of the day.
And I'll tell you, the Guelph running backs are having a field day today. And watch Mason. He's going to cut right, go straight up, put that head down.
Well, they're starting to wear down this Raven defense here in the fourth quarter.
44, Justin Belanger from behind making that tackle.
First down, ball on the 53-yard line of the Gryphons. McCray still at quarterback. Duval is the setback. The turn, the handoff to Duval, but he's going to be stopped in the backfield. Real fine defensive play there.
17 there, Pete. James Kouame.
Yeah, and along with number 98, Isaiah Joseph. All right, interesting. Ball now on the 51-yard line. Second down and long. 6:33 and counting. 16-point lead. 15-point lead. How's my math? 15-point lead.
Close,
for the Gryphons. All right, back to pass. Looking. Got time. He gets to the outside. We got a holding call. And that ball is coming back. And, a good lick there.
54, Pete.
Carl Van Eisendel. He was just waiting to put the shoulder into McCray, but look at him pop right back up. McCray says, no, I'm none the worse for wear.
Yeah. I think Marshall there, though, Pete, just needs to step out of bounds. And I think the coach might have a polite word with him and say,
kid,
listen,
we want you around for a while.
Marshall, that was a hold there. Not sure who it was. Someone on the right side, Pete, had a grip.
Well, they declined the penalty, Sean. That's interesting. So it's third down and about 6, but you're going to get to punt the ball from, the 40-yard line.
I think coach is saying we're down 2 scores.
Yeah.
Down 2 scores. We better get the ball back. But a big punt here was paramount, Pete.
Yeah, Gardero is back to punt. Here we go. Snap is a good one. Punt is a dandy.
Beauty.
Oh, my. Way back into his own end zone. Trying to get out of there now. And a block in the back. And there's the call. And getting out to maybe the 2-yard line.
Pete, that flag came super late.
It did.
And I believe that's a safety if you're in the end zone still on that penalty. But we'll have to wait and see. I just thought that flag. I think that flag came out super late there.
Yeah.
We have a perfect view way up top here, Pete, and we saw the block in the back, and we said, "Where's the flag?" And eventually it came.
5:40 to go. You can see on your screen lots of discussion exactly about what Mr. Moynihan said. If you commit a foul when the runner is still in the end zone, it's a safety. And let's see. Here comes the referee. Illegal block in the back. And first down. No. So they'll move the ball back.
Half the distance, let's just take a look and see if he's out. I don't know.
Oh, boy.
I'm not sure of the rule there, Pete. He kind of had 1 foot out. Does the ball have to be out?
Yeah.
Anyways, that's close. But needless to say, that hems Carleton in. And that really hems them in. And that's what the Guelph defense needed.
Well, Caleb Sargent at Arms made the final tackle. John, this is what I'd like to see you participate in. You get on that.
Yeah, what?
I don't know. It's the Hamburg race.
Oh,
so you got to go and put the pickle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and here comes the tomato.
Yeah.
So the pickle is put down, and this team took the tomato. And the tomato has flown off. So maybe that person said, hey, listen, special orders do upset us. No tomato.
Yeah, and I don't think we're showing this right now, but this is over.
Here we
Thanks,
go.
guys.
Yeah.
This is some fun during a TV timeout.
And here goes the Swiss cheese.
Yeah.
And I got a feeling, down he goes! About the 1 yard line. Can the hamburger bun get up? He does. And they only need to get that patty on now. And there's something else too, Sean. Maybe the mayo.
Pete, it's chaos down there. But anyways,
it's making
it reminds me of that tremendous Harvey's hamburger we had today.
Well, and look, the Carleton Ravens are ready to go, but hold on, gang. We got to get the burgers out of the end zone. I love it. Always something going on. Okay, ball is at the 5 yard line, Sean. Ethan Barnes standing on his own goal line.
Pete, and I think Carleton got a bit of a break on that last play because I'm just not so sure that ball was out of the end zone.
And a nice running play here and breaking it, and look out! To the 30, the 35, the 40, and finally brought down about the 51 yard line by number 37.
That's Guthrie, Pete.
Yeah.
Anakin Guthrie.
Made the saving tackle. What a big play from their own end zone. 5:22 to go. Don't go away. Lots can happen in a real short time in OUA three-down football.
Carleton's had a lot of success running to that left side, it seems, today. Guthrie with came across the field, made a nice play to cut him down.
Elijah Barnes, the quarterback. He goes, fakes the handoff. He's back in the pocket. He's going long and deep. Got a man out there, and it is dropped. Oh, Tristan Reddy had it and dropped it, Sean.
Pete, Miles Lefocade closed on him quickly, number 3, and just threw him off, I believe. Hindered his sight to that ball, and Miles made a nice play to get back. But, boy, that looked like a good pass.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, Elijah Barnes coming in.
He's done a tremendous job.
He's done a great job.
I got to hand it to him.
2nd and 10, Pete. 4:45 left.
Lots of motion in that Raven backfield. Barnes looks left, throws it. Oh, screen pass. What a beautiful call. That's going to be a first down and more, and hustling him out of downs there.
Farigo.
Yep.
43. No, I'm sorry, McDougal.
Yep.
McDougal and Farigo, 43 and 44, I believe, have just been outstanding today. 46 and 43. Excuse me. They have been.
Here we go again. Another flat pass, and that is down. And good idea to pick it up because that close to being a lateral. Going to be 2nd down.
Real late flag here in the back corner, Pete.
I don't know whether the offense was set on that. Let's see. Again, another officials conference. Here we go. Oh, illegal. They had too many. They ran the play quickly, so Guelph couldn't substitute. And so another penalty against the Gryphons. They've been penalized a few times here today.
Made famous by, I believe, originally the New England Patriots. Shuffling.
Yeah, you can see number 2 did not get off the field. Anthony Martuzzo unable to do so. We do have a Raven down on one knee. The ball is at the 26-yard line of the Gryphons. We've got 4:23 to go, and the score is 38-23 for the Gryphons. It's been a rather entertaining game. We saw the Ravens jump out to that early lead. We've seen an interception by a big defensive lineman by the Ravens. We've seen an interception for a touchdown.
Pete, we've had it all today, and I think a few nerves early in the Guelph team, but boy, they've shook that off, and they have really turned it on both defensively, and the running game has pounded.
All right, here we go. Elijah Barnes getting the offense set. He's back to pass, got some pressure, moving up. He steps up in the pocket, got a man open, and that ball is knocked away. Great defense there by the Gryphons.
Pete, read beautifully by the Gryphons. We'll get some numbers for you.
Number
37
there.
and 15.
That's
You want to
Nathan
believe?
Special K.
Oh, he's been all over
Yes,
the
he
field
has.
today. Kashama Agayeri, outstanding.
Very good.
Because this is really crunch time with 3:55 left for Carleton. Pete, down a couple.
Yeah.
And second down, they have third down.
Yeah.
I don't think that's accurate, but we'll see.
Back to pass, looking, faking, and he's going to take off and run. And look at him go into the teeth of the lion and dive to get the first down, and I think he got it.
Pete, you see those legs swing around and whatever, and
well, just a little
dangerous play
short
for the quarterback.
Nope, first down. Good play by Elijah Barnes, and boy, have we've been impressed with this kid. Stepped right in and has not missed a beat, replacing Tristan Lefebvre, who was hurt late in the second quarter. Barnes fakes, throws, button hook, got it, and almost brought down immediately. Number 89, Frederick Hashi.
Hashe's been big for them today, Pete. A nice tackle. And I believe that might have been Nathan Kashama Agayeri again.
Okay, Special K's had a strong game on defense for the Gryphons. Second down and about 5 to go, and it's 3 downfield here all over, with only 2:59 to go, and you trail by 15. Barnes, they have him listed at 6'5". What a luxury that is. You can see over top of the defensive and offensive line. He's back to pass again. He steps back. Look, he's got time. He's going to take off and run. Throws it now, and incomplete. Nobody there.
And he had 2 receivers bump into each other over the middle, and just a tough play. Tough play for Barnes. Tried to isolate 87, who he's had some success with today, but
I
just
thought he was
couldn't
going to
find
take off and run right here. He did have some room ahead of him. All right. Well, third down and about 4 to get a first down. Barnes back to pass, looking, throws the ball off the hands, incomplete. It's going to be a turnover on downs.
And Pete, credit that defense there, even though that pass looked a little behind his intended receiver. But boy, Barnes has come in and he's performed well for Carleton today.
Yes, he has. It's got to make a head coach feel good that I know I got a kid that can come in and replace my starter, who is a superstar. Lefebvre, that's no question.
Pete, we mentioned it earlier, but you cannot overstate the importance of a win game 1. Both these teams have some really challenging games ahead. I know for a fact Carleton goes into Western.
Yeah, there's the fake handoff and then a pitch. And what a running play this has turned out to be. And a first down, and number 23, Malloy. Booed with a fake pitch and then pitching it. And Malloy gets the first down.
Jake Henderson in on the tackle. I don't like those pitches deep in our own end, but who am I? But look at Malloy finding the holes, keeping his head down.
Big first down. Now ball at the 22-yard line of the Gryphons.
What do you think, Pete? A solid dose of Donovan Malloy now?
Steady diet of the run game. You got guys in motion here. Genesis to turn. The handoff is to Malloy. Look at that block by Kane Stevenson. Oh, my goodness. Please show that again. Number 7. I don't know who it was. He just laid out that Raven linebacker. Watch this, folks. Right there. Oh, my goodness. 54.
He actually had 2 blocks on that
Carl
play.
Von Einsdale.
And Pete, he's a 5th-year kid. We talked to him last year in the final game here, and he was almost emotional about it. It's his final kick at the Cat. He's back, though, for the 5th year. He is calm, cool, collected. He's mature. He is outstanding.
and tough as nails.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, Windsor is an automotive tough town. I went to university there, I got to tell you. And Citizen Kane Stevenson.
And university was tough for you, wasn't it? Yeah, it all works out, Pete.
Yeah. There's an injured number 43. We'll get to the name. That's Xavier Malone from Dieppe, New Brunswick. There you go. I love that, seeing where all these kids are from.
For sure. And you really see Carleton has a lot of kids from out east, it seems.
Yeah. A beautiful campus and university up there. You got the GGs and the Ravens.
Well, Pete,
what's that game called?
The Panda Bowl.
Yeah,
I believe it's October 6th in Ottawa. Oh, man, they get thousands out to that game, 20,000 out to that game. It's magical.
2nd and 8. Abood. Wonder if they'll keep it on the ground. Letting that clock run right down. And delay. Interestingly enough.
Yep. Was there not a timeout there, Pete?
I thought I saw him.
Yeah.
A lot of discussion going on, Sean. I'm not sure what. You could see Abood had no intention of snapping the ball.
Yeah.
And they're going to move the ball back. I don't understand this, except that, there's 1:41 left in the game. You're up 15. And this is eerily similar to the amount that this team is up.
Don't bring it up.
Okay.
Carleton last year, last game of the year.
I remember you calling me. You had already lit the victory cigar.
Oh, my. Guelph up. I forget how many points they were up, but it was 2 scores, 2 touchdowns, maybe 13 points.
Look at that camera angle. Good job,
Oh,
gang.
what a job today.
Right on the line of scrimmage. 2nd down, and Abood falls to the ground and then gets hit. And no, that's fine. You could see that's number 7, Ife Onyeka, said, hey, no, I didn't mean to hit him or hurt him.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with Onyeka, one of the best defensive linemen in the
there he is. What great shot of him, number 7.
In the OUA.
Tough as nails, folks, that number 7. And just missed making that
last cut
Argonaut.
with one of the last cuts with Toronto. And, of course, the rule here in the OUA, it wasn't in college. Once that knee goes down, you're down. Tough rule, plays dead.
Well, when you and I go off the air, we're going to have Scott Frazier. We're going to hand him the headsets along with Justin Dunk, and we'll get their post-game analysis.
Their deep insights into this, hopefully, a opening season victory by the Guelph Gryphons.
Well, let's see if we can hang on. They're going to punt the ball away here. Back deep is, why not have Kasim Ferdinand back there along with number 10, Othman Bram. Othman, a 4-year kid from Ottawa. And are they going to take a knee here, do you think, Mr. Moynihan?
I don't think so, because the 2 points would really make it a 2-score game.
Yeah.
I wouldn't, but again, we're not getting any calls up here in the... Oh, boy.
Yeah. He's going to run around and take some time off the clock and then take the knee. All right.
Well,
1:30. Well, the clock continues to run, or does it stop
not to
now?
not
1:35, and the ball comes all the way back here.
So it's all about field position.
Yeah.
Would have made it it makes it a 13-point game, Pete. That was my thinking, but we will trust head coach Mark Surya in his first game as the head man here at the University of Guelph. Without a doubt, Pete, really liked by the players. The parents we talked to adore him. And really, you've got to give a lot of credit. Coach Sheehan from last year's out back where he started in Calgary.
He got an opening there, you know. And he was the offensive coordinator out there.
For sure. When they won, I believe, a Vanier
Cup.
So he headed back west, opened the door for Mark, and this is, credit to him.
Here we go. Elijah Barnes, he's back to pass. It's going to be pass central here. That ball is caught, and look out! breaking a tackle and out of bounds.
Wow.
And I'm going to tell you what, Kasim Ferdinand, you better not miss a tackle.
But Pete, you can see on this replay, and especially from our vantage point, it looked like that ball was going to be knocked down or tipped or whatever.
Man.
But
Sean, the ball's at the 40-yard line, and only about 6 seconds seem to come off that clock. Barnes again, back to pass. He's throwing it out there in the flat, got a man open, and it is caught! And he's down to the 13-yard line.
And it looked like Simon Guerin, 13, fell down, Pete. But wow, you talk about a quick strike offense.
And all of a sudden, the Ravens, who got a safety on the non-punt, have the ball right there in the middle, and it's intercepted. And that's a huge play. And out of bounds. What a big play by this Gryphon defense.
Pete, I can't get the numbers, but I think it's Miles Lafauquet. That's his side.
Yeah.
And that is a big one. It is Miles.
Yeah. Yes.
Wait a moment.
Hold on. It's Anthony Martuzzo, the torpedo.
The torpedo. Back to camp late this year.
Wonderful. Hugging his coach. Oh, I'm so happy for you. The torpedo. Look at that.
Pete, this is, boy, fans just have to know, this is a storybook ending here.
Yeah.
Hurt 2 years in a row after being named an All-Canadian and All-OUA.
Look at that. Look at his teammates know what he's gone through. The torpedo.
And
so
he's
happy
called the
for
torpedo for a reason. This kid is all over the field.
There's a handoff up the middle and making a big run. And still churning those legs, and finally brought down around the 35-yard line.
Caleb Sargent, I believe.
Oh, my goodness. Still showing Martuzzo. Look at that. I love it. Great camera work, gang.
We're going to catch up to him after the game. And
yes, please give him my back. I got to hustle out, I know, but oh, man.
Look at the joy in that kid. I wonder what his parents are doing right now.
Oh, backflips.
You want to believe. Way to go, Jerry.
Okay, we have a little bit of a delay. Look at the officials again talking. I don't know if it's about the clock or, but we will. Sharia over there. Now the clock begins to run. First down, ball's at the 36-yard line of the Gryphons.
Tristan Aboud.
Aboud is the quarterback. We've seen quite a mix. Marshall McCray and Tristan Aboud showing why they are superstars at the quarterback position. Here's another handoff, getting to the outside. Sargent, again, backs down. He might have just shy of another first down. Boy, this kid is coming into his own.
He was caught in the backfield, too, and we were told by one of the coaches when we asked him, who might we be a little surprised with this year? Who's the dark horse coming in here? And we were told, look out for Caleb Sargent, just a second-year kid.
And look who's in at quarterback. There's a new Marshall in town. Don't get used to seeing one over the other because they share the duties. And you can see McCray going off end, and all he needed to do was get a yard, and he got it. I believe he's got enough for the first down. If not, he's going to be awfully close. Clock continues, 24.5 seconds. No, he's a half a yard short. Well, they should just fall forward and get the first down.
Pete,
timeout, Ravens.
Back to that Martuzzo catch. And credit the coaching staff. Here's a guy, suffered a couple injuries 2 years in a row, shoulder injury. Just gets back into camp this last week. Starting to get his bearings. A new defensive scheme here in Guelph. They put him in a key play in the end zone. Need a big stop, and the torpedo comes through. And that is just, as I said earlier, a storybook ending to this game, I hope. And way to go, Guelph coaching staff. Really.
I can't tell you, when you and I talk to the parents, and they give us big hugs because they know, they shared with us that the the last 2 years of
stress with the injuries.
Yeah, the kid just is so passionate about this sport. He wants to do it so badly, and here he comes in and makes a game-stopping play. And McCray goes to the outside, and we're going to have offside on the Carleton Ravens. Yeah, it is. And that's going to be just about do it because it's 18.7 seconds to go.
McCray's a little slow getting up.
Oh, please. Come on, Marshall. Okay, he's down. A boot coming in. Might be just, look at that. Okay, that's good to see. Thank you, Marshall. Leaving, I think it may be just a Charlie horse. You know, somebody hits you in the thigh.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Peter Cobb has...
I know. When I see a kid run off, I know he's going to be ready.
He better be, Pete. Oh, that would be...
Oh, my gosh.
On this last play of the game.
Okay. You can see Abood is just... this is victory formation, folks. Final snap of the game. And look at this. They are going after head coach. They are going after the head coach. Sean,
you want
get a
believe.
shot of that. They want to. They douse him with water. And look at this. Last year it ended so differently. And look at this. I love it. Wow. A huge victory, 38-25.
Pete, the quarterback play for Guelph today. Sort of a rocky start, but what a tremendous finish. And that running game by Guelph really seals this victory. A big win on opening day, and we're going to turn it over.
Yep. Thank you, Mr. Moynihan. And we got the two superstars coming in. Joe Frazier and Justin Two-Hand Tomahawk Slam Dunk. And look at Dunker's grooving to the music. The man's got moves. We'll be back with more football analysis momentarily.
Well, that is a happy group of football players here in Guelph, and that is a happy head coach, Mark Soria, with his first win in his first game as a head coach. Justin, you were on the field for many games like this one. How special of a moment are we witnessing right now?
It's really special when you get your first win as a program with a new head coach, and you saw the team as the game was ending there serenade him, circle him, celebrate with Mark Soria. That is the kind of renewed energy that I'm talking about that is around this program. Way back in the 2000s, I was part of Kyle Walter's first victory, and it felt very much the same way in terms of the excitement around the program when that happened. And you can see it with Saria. You can see how excited he was talking to the group there on the field. And his team played, I would say, fairly well in all phases. There are certainly things to clean up for this Gryphons team going forward, but overall, to put up 38 points on offense, complemented by the defense getting a score in there, and the defense, I felt like for the majority of the day, bending and not breaking. And we saw the potential of the return game. Got to clean up some things in the kicking game as well, but a solid first game performance for Mark Saria to get his first win as a head coach.
Yeah, and as a group, slaying that dragon, losing to Carleton last year in Carleton, pretty much ousted Guelph from any playoff hopes. And we'll touch on it one more time. We talked about it at the half. The first time the Guelph Gryphons have worn white on home field in a long, long time, and that was by design. This team decided with their captains and the coaching staff that we lost in these jerseys in the nation's capital to these Ravens last year. We want to beat them on our turf in the exact same colors, and they did that today. And what a huge start for a Guelph Gryphons team that needed it oh so badly.
Definitely. I like the mentality, right? You're trying to wipe away what happened last year, get good vibes in terms of wearing the all whites that are oh so fresh, and doing it on your home field feels even better.
Yeah, and you saw Anakin Guthrie, who was taking over kind of as a leader. He came out first from the dressing room, and he charged to center field after the win. He had a real good day in the return game. Obviously, that one taken back on the punt return, the touchdown, that was for naught. But the defense, as you mentioned, the secondary all the way to the defensive line, real strong throughout all four quarters.
Definitely. I really felt like they didn't get gashed for big plays continuously. Yes, there was some, especially when the Ravens' backup quarterback, Elijah Barnes, came into the game, the lefty, and he's got that dual threat ability. He did make some plays. We've got to credit the Ravens for what they did today. Number 27, Kasim Ferdinand, was great for Carleton in the receiving game, but you got to realize the guys on the other side want it too. So I felt like Matt Barry, his defensive game plan, mixed it up, and then we saw Anthony Mortuzzo come in at the end of the game and get the game-sealing interception. So this defense made Carleton work for any of the points that they got.
And speaking of dual threats, Tristan Aboud and Marshall McCrae under center from Mark Saria's team. Real good in tandem today. A two-quarterback system sometimes works, and sometimes it really doesn't work. Today was more of the former, with Guelph coming out on top, thanks in large part to both quarterbacks.
And you saw that again in the second half. McCrae had a big slant throw to Jacob Thomas that was on time, and then a little flip to Caleb Sargent, number 27 for the Gryphons, who looks like a young dynamite running back, low center of gravity, gets an